Hello viewers, Forza Motorsport here and welcome to the brand new track, Brands Hatch. Didn't qualify for this session, so we're going to start pretty much mid-pack-ish. There's quite a few cars in this race, but we'll get a hell of a good start off the line. Already making up a place and becoming a bit of a sandwich between two cars to my left and right. Sort of put myself in a situation there that didn't need to be, but I gained two places. We're already down into P10, which is absolutely brilliant. Taking the inside line of this corner, because I like to hit the inside line of this corner. It's got such a wide curb, and you can really come out to the outside and push yourself wide and make people back out. This next corner, you got to be mindful of the speed. It's quite wide going in, but quite tight on the way out. And due to the limits on Forza, the track limits, you don't want to ride up that banking curb too much either. Coming through here, you're looking to keep yourself about 70 to 75 miles per hour as you come to the outside of the curb, and you're pretty much flat out down this straight. It's going to be great if you got a car in front of you, gain a bit of slipstream, and you also want to keep to your left hand side, keep an eye out for the markers. There's 3, 2, and then you brake just before number 1, down to the 4th gear and let the car coast around this corner, start accelerating again, coming to the 1 marker, and then braking down the 3rd gear over this curb. Really abuse that curb. I don't know where the track limit too much is on that, but you can really get yourself over on that curb and cut the corner really well. Same with this corner here, take it quite steady through this corner. But you don't want to go on the outside. The camera road really does push you out. But again, we've made a few more places for cars going off the track. As you're coming down this straight, you want to keep flat out, but to your left hand side, looking out for when the grass stops on your left hand side. That's your next braking point there. Down to 3rd gear, let the car coast around here. You've got to be mindful of this corner. The camera road does accept the car, so you don't want to be going yourself off track. Coming over the start and finish line, you want to keep an eye out again on your left hand side for the 100 marker and braking down to 4th or 3rd gear and letting the car coast round this hill. It's very easy to get yourself into that sand pit if you accelerate too early. Braking again on the 100 board, down to 2nd gear and taking it nice and tight over the curb. As soon as you click the curb on your right hand side, start accelerating out and down the hill we go. Again, braking down to about 70 miles per hour, rubbing the curb on your left and bring it to the curb on the right hand side, and start accelerating again. Looking out for 100 marker, braking down to about 70 miles per hour, and be mindful this corner does get tighter on the exit, so if you plan it right, you can accelerate out the exit, come up to the right hand side of the track, but if you plan it wrong, you can go onto the lawn, which I did many times. As we come down here, again, you're looking out for the next marker, just before the 100 marker, braking in the 4th gear, about 90 miles per hour, come around this curb, and then start accelerating as you're coming through the curve. Braking again at the next 100 marker, down to 3rd gear, over this curb on your right hand side, and you can see everyone's going a bit wide and things like that. It can go very wide on that corner if you don't plan it right and you don't clip the curb on the inside. The camera road does upset the car. Braking again, I usually go 3rd or 2nd gear through here and accelerating out of the corner. It's depending on the speed you're carrying. And again, we're coming over to the start and finish line, trying to see if we can push past Kieran CAFC in 6th place, because we are keeping up with them very well. So I'm trying to see where on this track I can make the move. It's very hard because the track is quite narrow. I'm trying to find a safe place that you can make a move, and usually I take this corner up ahead. I find it the best place to make you move because I take it quite tight on the inside, so I go up the inside of the track and then basically force my way through around the curb and then keep them on the outside, and depending on their speed I pretty much have this corner nailed as well, because then I come out of that corner and push myself wide so they have to back out. And like I say, it's a great place to create an overtake. And so is this back straight here. If you come out of this corner much quicker, you can really push your way forward and try and make that move. I'm just getting a bit nervous because they are coming over to my left and I don't want to be punted onto the grass. Seeing though I don't have the power over the Audi, I'm going to back out of this corner, let them have it, and hopefully, I was hoping they would actually go a bit wide and brake a bit late. That was not the case, and I'm still applying the pressure, see if I can get them to make a mistake. And here's a bit of a mistake, going a bit slow through there, and I do clip the back end a little bit. Was a bit unintentional, and I've also bringing other people in for the contention of this position as well, which is what I do not want. I want to get this move done past Kieran and let them behind me fight with Kieran, try and get past them while I start making my way. Like pretty much through here now, you come out of the corner a bit too slow. I've got the inside line in this corner. You got to be very careful of here because, like I say, there's a bit of door rubbing there. but we got past and made the move work, which is absolutely brilliant. You see the Audis behind are also trying to battle in through, looking at for the 100 marker, braking down to 4th gear, maybe a little bit too early, where I then become part of a sandwich. If you enjoy what you've seen here, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and also like to thank the channel members for supporting the channel, Andy Good and Jeffrey Anderson. If you'd like to become a channel member, hit that join button, and if you haven't already, join the Discord, the link is in the description. As we have created a good little bit of gap from the cars behind, we're looking out for 100 meter board on the right hand side, braking to about 70 to 75 miles per hour as we're coming through this corner here, and then start accelerating out towards the outer part of the curb and along this nice back straight. As we're coming down the back straight again, they are on my slipstream. OCC Greenman is right behind me. There's an Audi ghosted in front. They're going to take the inside, then they back out like I would, and basically I'll come through here a little bit hot, a little bit brave, and a little bit sloppy. Braking again at the 100 marker, I miss the curb on your right hand side, and I go off track. Bit under pressure, making silly little mistakes because I'm trying to watch what the Audi's behind me doing rather than concentrating on what's going on in front. It's creating these situations. Now I also have Vocalic Winner 95 behind me, and I'm going to have to defend myself down the straight if they are able to make a move. But as we're coming up to the next corner, they are right behind me, and they're going to be a bit quicker than me because they have the slipstream. So I'm going to surrender this position as we cross over the start finish line. I'm going to take the outside line on my left hand side, let them take the inside line, have that position, because what I plan on doing next is on the second corner is take that position back from them as we're going through the tight corner. I've got the inside line again, but I didn't factor in a bit of aero wash, and when I braked I sort of got sucked into the Gulf a little bit and got out braked. So they have the inside line of this next corner, and I'm going to have to surrender the position back. It's not too bad though, because what I have lost in time I'm going to gain in knowledge by following them. The only thing I didn't factor in again is aero wash coming through here about 75 miles per hour. The car should do it perfectly fine, but look at it, it's straight off the track. You get sucked in with the aero wash, absolutely ridiculous. It's got to get sorted out because it's so obvious with this car that when you're behind someone, it just feels like the front end's been lifted off and you're not even going that quick, and it's really detrimental to the car. And like I say, I don't know if it's the setup I'm using. I've changed a few bits and bobs and it's still the same. It's a real pain in the backside. But as the Golf and the Golf in front are fighting, I'm catching up. You can see they're getting a bit screwy, a bit hit and miss with each other. I don't think one of the Golfs is factoring the Golf next to them, which is creating the situation. But I'm not complaining because whilst they're arguing and fighting, I'm gonna be able to catch up. I mean, that's the plan anyway. But they're 1.5 seconds ahead of me due to coming off the track. I'm gonna go to the pits now. Tires are pretty much worn halfway through the race, which is pretty much spot on. Going to grab myself another set of medium tires. No fuel because we've got plenty of fuel left, and actually more than enough fuel left. Coming out of the pits, you see the two Golfs are in front, and I have Kieran CAFC behind me. I presume the two Audis just gone past are on hard tires, or they're going to be on worn medium tires, maybe just coming up with the marker being on now. I'm going to take the inside line. Nope, I'm going to back out because the Audi cut in at the last second, blocking my move. It's not a problem. I have a fresh set of medium tires on, so I'm at an advantage to the Audi in front. So when possible, I'm going to push myself through the next move. As we're coming down to the next corner now, again braking down to third gear, about 70 miles per hour through here, and this is my move I'm going to make and get it done. Accelerating out of the corner, you can see P12 was smoking out of that corner, so I can only presume they're on hard tires or definitely worn medium tires, which means I'm going to be able to catch them up in most of the corners, not the straights, and in braking zones as well. Coming around here, you're looking at about 100 miles per hour, 95 to 100 miles per hour, bring it to the outside curb. Looking out for the 100 meter marker, braking down the third gear and straight through that curb and getting that move done. As beautiful as that. Coming down here, you want to keep to your left hand side and then dabbing onto the brakes at the 100 marker, down the third gear, over the curb and coming down the straight. To your right hand side, 100 meter board, down to second gear, I'm going through here. I get higher revs coming out and in the third gear and then down the back straight we go. Again, looking to your left hand side for the grass to stop, down on the brakes before the grass stops, rubbing that curb, not onto the lawn. and coming towards the start and finish line. Volcanic Winner is now in P... not 8. Yep, there's some people in the pits. I was looking at the leaderboard and it's like, where did everybody go? Yep, they're still ahead, which is good. I'm gaining onto them. They're now 1.3 seconds. So I have gained 0.2 of a seconds in one lap. Hopefully I can gain a bit more as we're going through these next few corners. What I'm really hoping for is them to start battling again and I'm be able to catch up to them in front, and when Volcanic Winner 95 takes over the Golf in front of them, I can follow him through and basically keep our position. We'll both gain a position on that. So that is the plan. I've still got to catch up though, but it's 0.8 seconds away now, so I am gaining on them. Maybe not down the straight because I'm losing out on the slipstream where they have a bit of slipstream. And you can see the Golf in front of Volcanic Winner is more blocking than defending, as they made a few moves. They went from the right to the left, back to the right, back to the left. And as you can see, Volcanic Winner is really trying to get themselves through and get that position done, which really I'm catching up on, which is quite nice. I'm 0.3 seconds away, but I'm backing out of the corner to not get caught up in the slipstream. But luckily enough, the Golf went off track, so that is a position gained for me without actually having to overtake to an extent. Gritchu was the Golf in front, now they're 2 seconds behind us, which then leaves us to basically fight and try and catch up to the cars in front. I'd rather not fight a Volcanic Winner 95 in front. It's really hard because I'd like to be close enough behind them that I can push them down the back straight, but the back straight isn't long enough for me to be able to catch up slipstream wise to be able to push them, whilst also, if I am close enough to them to do that, I'm creating understeer for myself and I might not make it out of the corners like I have done before. But we are catching up to the 2 MGs in front. One MG went off track for some reason, I'm not too sure, maybe accelerated a bit too early and had a bit of understeer. But that is a position we are going to look at taking, hopefully. We are got 2 laps to go, so hopefully we can make this work. You can see they're going on the inside, really defending their position. And I just don't have the best of exit coming out of that corner. But Volcanic Winner makes the move. You can see things getting a bit close, and I do not know what happened there, whether that car was intentionally trying to pit maneuver Volcanic Winner or not. But there's no reason I can see that you would take such a sharp left as the car's just got past you. I'm trying to be mindful of the MG behind because of what I've just seen, and I don't want them catching up too close to us or being able to make a maneuver. But you can see they did go off track again, so they are out of the woods from attacking us or ramming us off the track. Braking again at 100 meter board, down into 3rd gear, coasting it through this corner and accelerating out the other side towards this back straight. I am in the slipstream of Volcanic Winner, but that Golf seems so much quicker than the MG. It's leaving me behind a little bit. Maybe I need to sort out my gear ratios a little bit, and I might be able to keep up with them more than I am doing now. Overall though, we are in quite a good position. We're in P7. I mean, we started pretty much mid to later pack, and we made up quite a few positions, so I can't really grumble at that. As you can see, we're now catching up to the other MG in front, taking it around here in 2nd gear, rubbing the curb on the inside, start accelerating out to the outer part of the curb, bringing it back over to the right hand side, 100 meter board, dabbing the brakes and clipping the curb on your left and bringing it to the outer curb on your right. We was quicker through that corner than the Golf in front, but I'm not going to make a move. I'm going to back out because I'd rather me and Volcanic Winner in front work together and try and catch up to the MG in front than me and them fighting and then losing the gap that we have from the car in front. It's beneficial for both of us if we work together and gain a position each than it is to fight for our own position, which we do have quite strongly because the car behind is 4 seconds away. So a bit of logic there, hoping for it. Might work, I don't know, just thinking about it. But again, like I say, I back out. I could have made a move there, but it's just not necessary. Whilst also bearing in mind, I also want to finish this race in the position I'm in. If I start fighting the Golf in front and something was to go wrong, then I might finish further down the pack and it really wasn't worth the move. Looking out the left hand side for the grass to end, braking down to 4th gear, let the car coast round, and as you come over the brow of the hill, start accelerating out the corner. You don't want to accelerate too early as you will go into the sand. So like I say, once you crest over the brow of the hill, start accelerating there. Looking at 100 meter board, braking down to 3rd gear, Let the car coast round onto the outer curb and start accelerating up the hill. Looking out again for a 100-meter marker, braking down to second gear, taking it nice and tight the inside. As soon as you start seeing the outer part of the corner, start accelerating out of the track. You see, we are catching up to the MG in front, but I don't think we are quick enough to make a move on that MG in front, which is a shame because I would like to have made that move. What I am quite shocked about is how clean this race has been. I mean, I've been waiting all day for Brands Hatch daytime, and I've not had a daytime. It's been sunset and midnight, sunset and midnight. And sunset 9 times out of 10 in this game is dark. So, you know, it's 11 o'clock at night. I recorded this, been waiting all day. I may have missed one. It could have been a daytime one, knowing my luck. But although it's nighttime and it's a brand new track, I like to say how clean the racing was. I mean, there was a bit of door banging, a bit of shoving, like I say at the beginning of the race, but it really was nothing near to what I usually expect on a brand new track at nighttime. It's quite surprising, really, and it really caught me off guard. I mean, Volcanic Winner 95 was a great person to race with. We had a great battle. It was clean. We gave each other space, so I can only commend that person. Thank you very much for the clean race, buddy. But as we cross over the start and finish line, we have got P7 position, which I think overall is quite brilliant. I understand that P1 is near enough 30 seconds ahead, but I don't think they had the troubles that we had trying to get past and through people, which I quite enjoy as well at the same time. As you can see at the leaderboard though, P1 and 2 were 5 seconds apart from each other, and then P3 OCC Greenman, which really gained their way up, is still 10 seconds off P2, which is quite a lot. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.